Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let us see and learn about one more important topic in AWS in detail. So this is the important one in networking. Let's say you have multiple VPCs. So let's say you have two VPCs. So during that case, if you want to provide connectivity between two VPCs, and in order to provide a private connectivity between two VPCs, private connectivity. What you use, what you prefer? You prefer basically pairing connection, right? Yeah. But now I am expecting to provide private connectivity between multiple VPCs. In order to provide private connectivity between multiple VPCs, creating multiple pairing connections in between every two VPCs leads to complex, right? Yeah. So even that costs you more. So during that scenario, what you will do is you simply create a transient gateway. Then after you create a transient gateway related attachments for every VPC that you want to provide connectivity. Then you can able to connect between multiple VPCs by using private connection only. Yeah, you can do it. So in order to manage multiple VPCs related private connectivity, what you will use, you will choose this transient gateway other than pairing connection. So when do you prefer pairing connection? Whenever you have less number of VPCs. If you have more number of VPCs and you are expecting to provide connectivity, that too private connectivity between those VPCs, then choose this transient gateway. In this lab, now in this video I'm gonna explain you lab as well. In that lab, I will show you how to provide connectivity between VPC D and VPC B, as well as VPC D and VPC A. Similarly, how to provide connectivity between them by using a private network, by using transient gateway. And I am expecting to show you one more thing. In this lab, I've already created a pairing connection between two VPCs, that is VPC A and VPC B. So I'm opening my management console to show you the pairing connection between the VPCs that I've created. You can see I'm opening my VPC. In this VPC, if you observe, I have already created 4 VPCs for you for this lab. I'm opening your VPCs option. In this, you can able to see, yeah, I'm opening the VPCs. There you can observe VPC A. Let me make them order. Yeah, VPC A, VPC B, VPC C, and VPC D. So you can observe here 4 VPCs are there. And I want to show you the CIDR block range for these VPCs as well. This VPC starts with 10.0. So whatever the server present in this VPC must start with this 10.0 is the IP address of that server. And if you see the VPC-B, it starts with 10.1.0.0/16. So every server present in this VPC must start with 10.1 as the IP address. So similar to VPC C and D as well, I created VPC C with 10.2 and VPC D with 10.3. Now I want to show you the pairing connection between VPC A and VPC B that I have already created for you for this lab. You can see under VPCs, you have this pairing connection. Now I'm opening. So here you can observe VPC A and B. In between them, I have a pairing connection. Even that is active. And in between A and C also, there is a pairing connection that is active. Now I want to show you that pairing connection is working by practically by opening a server. So actually where my servers are, I create my servers under EC2 service, right? So that's why I'm opening my EC2. And you can see under running instances, you will observe the servers that I have already created for you for this lab. For this lab, I have created 4 servers in order to show you for this demo. Now you can see this instance A I have created in VPCA. So how do you can able to say that this instance A or server A present in my VPCA, sir? Based on private IP address, you can identify that. You can see the private IP address of that server A starts with what? 10.0. That means it present in VPCA. Similar to that, if you select and open this VPC B, that is present in where? In my VPC B. This server B present at where? In my VPC B. So that's why it starts with 10.1 as the IP address. Now, since I provided a pairing connection between VPC A and VPC B, so that's why this server A and server B can able to communicate with each other. Now, I want to show you whether they are communicating with each other or not. So for that, I am copying the private IPv4 address of my instance B, or you can say server B, which is present in my VPC B. Now, I am connecting to this server A. You can see I selected that and I clicked on connect. So by using sessions manager, I want to connect. Now I opened this sessions manager and clicking on connect. So since I clicked on connect, this will connect to server A, which is present where? In my VPC A. Now by using this, I want to connect to VPC B server, the server present in VPC B. So I copied the VPC B related server IP address that is starts with a 10.1, right? Yeah. This is server A present in VPCA. Now, in order to check the connectivity, I am pinging the connection and clicking on enter. So whenever I click on enter, you can see I am getting the responses. So that means I can able to connect with server B present in VPC B from server A present in VPCA. Now I'm clicking on Control C. Now you can see I stopped this pinging by clicking on Control C, right? Yeah. Now I want to remove the pairing connection. Then after removing the pairing connection, I want to provide the private connectivity between VPCs by using Transit Gateway. So I'm opening this pairing connections, which is present in my VPCs. You can see under VPC dashboard, under VPC, you have pairing connection. Now I opened this and I selected the available pairing connections and I'm expecting to delete them. So currently I have 2 pairing connections. Now I am deleting both. I want to delete this route table route entries as well. So that's why I selected them and clicking on delete. So in order to delete these route entries as well. So I clicked on delete so that the first pairing connection was deleted. Now I'm expecting to delete the second one. So that's why I selected second one and clicking on delete. And I want to delete routes as well. So I selected that. And now I'm clicking on delete by providing delete confirmation. Now you can see both pairing connections got deleted successfully. Now you can go to, now I'm opening my server one and I want to ping my server 2 again and check whether it can able to get the responses or not. You can see I think the server 1 is sending the request to this server 2, but the server B is not sending the responses back because there is no connectivity, so requests are not reaching to this server even. If you click on Control C, then you can observe 18 packets are transmitted from where? From our server A, since we connected to server A. But 0 packets are received. That means our server B was not even sent one packet back as a response. That means the server A cannot able to connect to server B, right? Yeah. So there is no pairing connection. So that's why that private connectivity is not possible in between them. Now I want to provide that private connectivity by using what? Transit gateways. You can see this is present under my VPC dashboard. You can see under VPC dashboard, you have an option that is transit gateway. So I'm clicking on transit gateways to create a gateway. By using a single gateway, you can able to manage the connectivity among multiple VPCs. So clicking on create a transit gateway, and I'm providing some transit gateway name. So TZW1 I'm providing for this transit gateway name. And you need to provide a Amazon side autonomous system number. You need to provide a autonomous system number. For this number, you need to, for this private ASN number, you need to choose any number between this range or between this range. If you click on info, then it will show you the same information. So you can choose a private ASN number between this range or this range. So currently I'm choosing the first number, that is 64512 for this lab in order to create this private transit gateway. Now I return this 64. Now I'm just scrolling it up with the default configurations, and yeah, so that's it. And I'm clicking on create transit gateway. So that's it. This transit gateway will create for us now. So currently it is in which state? It is in pending state. So wait till this transit gateway will be available. You can observe now it is available, right? Yeah, our transit gateway is now available. So now let's move back to our architecture. If you observe here, now in between what VPCs actually you are expecting to provide communication, private networking in between my VPC D as well as my VPC B. So in order to provide connectivity between them, first you need to attach this VPC D as well as VPC B as well to this transit gateway. So now I'm moving back to my transit gateway. So this is the transit gateway, and you can see here under this transit gateway attachments, you just click here to show you the transit gateway attachments. Now, since I want to attach my VPCs to this transit gateway in order to provide communication between them, you first need to do that task. Now I'm clicking on create a transit gateway attachment, and so currently this is for VPC D. This for VPC D attachment. This is for VPC D attachment transit gateway. So that's why I selected this is the transit gateway and the type is VPC D. And here I'm selecting that VPC. What is that? VPC D. Let's say I want to create the connectivity between A, B, C, and D by using this transit gateway. So there you need to select the subnets as well. So here you can see I have already created the subnets as well for you for this lab. So in this lab, I want to show you how to create these subnets as well. After creating that subnets, we will attach those VPC related subnets to this transit gateway. So I want to show you to create those subnets as well. So I selected the subnets. Here you can observe I've created my created subnets are visible here, that is A, B, C, D related subnets. So for you, I'm showing you how to create subnets as well for this. Those subnets I have previously created for you for this lab. Now I'm expecting to show you to how to create your subnets for VPC. So now I want to show you for VPCD how to create your subnets. This is subnet 1 for 1A availability zone. This is a 1A subnet. You can assume like that. And here you need to provide the CIDR block address. So since it starts with this, that is a 10.3.0.0 /, here you need to provide the range. Currently I am providing 28. To tell the first 16 IP address need to be placed in this subnet. So that's it. This is subnet 1A of my VPCD, right? So VPCD 1A. So like that I want to provide VPCD subnet 1A. So like that I provided the name, and now I just click on create. So whenever I click on create, this subnet will be created. Now if there will be any overlap with already existing subnets, then it will show like this. Now I'm expecting to provide 2 here. I think 1, 2 subnets are created. Now 2, 3 I want to create. So starting from this position, I need to have 16 subnets, 16 IP addresses that need to be stored under this VPC D subnet 1A. Now I'm just clicking on create subnet. You can observe my VPCD subnet 1A got created successfully. Now I want to create another subnet with another 16 IP address for this VPCD. So that's why I clicked on create subnet. Here I'm selecting the subnet name. What is that? VPCD. And here I'm providing my subnet name as VPCD subnet, that is 1B. So like that I provided. Here I'm pasting that, and so previously I selected 2, now I selected 3. So from this position again 16 IP addresses will be taken and stored in this subnet. Now I'm just clicking on create subnet. So now you can see our subnet also created. I'm clearing the filters to show you the created 2 subnets. You can see this 1A and 1B of my VPCD subnets I just created now. Now I want to connect these 2 subnets to the gateway. What is that? Transit gateway that we previously created. So to do that, to create the gateway attachment, I'm opening the transit gateway and clicking on create transit gateway attachment. Here I'm providing the transit gateway attachment name. This is VPCD related attachment. So that's why I provided like this. You can able to provide your liking name. So what are the name that best fits for you, so that you can able to choose from here. Then you need to select the target transit gateway. By using this gateway only I want to provide the connectivity, so that's why I selected that. Then you need to select the attachment type, that is VPC, and VPC you need to select. My VPC is what? VPCD I have selected. Then you need to select the subnets. My 1B subnet I want to select, as well as 1A subnet I want to select. You can see both I have selected here. 1B subnet that I have just created, I have selected that, and 1A subnet that I have just created, that I have selected here. Now I'm just clicking on create transit gateway. So whenever you click on this, so you can see that VPCD related transit gateway just now created. So currently it is in pending state. Wait till it's. Now what I'm expecting, I want to create transit gateway for all the VPCs, right? A, B, C, D. So currently I've created VPC-D related. I want to create VPC-A related attachment and BC related attachment as well. So now you can see I'm creating VPC-A related attachment and selecting as VPC-A. Automatically two subnets that I've previously created, those were selected. And now I'm just creating transit gateway attachment. Right? Yeah, this is again creating. Now VPC-D related attachment is now available, right? Yeah. So like that, every attachment that you create for VPCs to this transit gateway will be available within few minutes to seconds. This is VPC, already we created A and D. Now create a B attachment and need to select the transit gateway. Need to select the VPC as B here. Yeah, it automatically picks my two subnets that I've created and creating the attachment for this VPC B as well. If you expand this, then you can able to see B attachment is now. And I'm creating the last one, that is a C related attachment as well. VPC C related attachment it is. And yeah, you need to select the transit gateway and need to select the VPC. So the related subnets are attached here, selected. Then just click on create transit gateway connectivity, or you can say attachment. Now within few seconds to minutes, they become available. Now since you can observe VPCA attachment, VPCD attachments are already available, I can able to provide the communication between them. So in order to provide communication between them, you need to allow the traffic at subnet level as well, not only VPC level, at subnet level as well, you need to allow the traffic. So in order to allow the subnets level traffic, I am opening the subnets. You can see these are the subnets I have, right? Yeah. So first I want to allow VPC-B related traffic to this VPC-D and this VPC-D related traffic to this VPC-B in order to provide the communication between VPC-B and VPC-D. So now I'm selecting this subnet and I'm opening the route table. Here you can check there is no route allowed from this VPC-B. How do you say that VPC-B related traffic is not allowed? If you observe VPC-B related IP address, that is this 10.1.0 is the starting IP address of that VPC-B, right? Yeah. So if you observe under VPC-D 1A subnet, there is no IP address starting with 10.1 that is allowed here. So in order to allow that, I'm opening this route table, that is VPC-D subnet 1A that we created. And here I want to edit this. So that's why I selected this, and under routes, I just expecting to edit this. So that's why I clicked on edit route. So you can see here, we are under the configurations tab of editing that route. Now I'm clicking on add route. Here I want to add the traffic coming from VPC-B. So what is my VPC-B? 10.0.1.0.0 /16 is my VPC-B related IP address or CIDR block address. So through what connection you are allowing transit gateway? So that's why I selected that. And I selected that VPC-D related transit gateway. Since I am attached VPC-D related, I created VPC-D related transit gateway, right? And this route table even present in VPC-D. So that's why I selected that transit gateway and I clicked on save. So if you save this, now this subnet, what is that? This subnet VPC-D1A will allow the traffic from where? From VPC-D. Now if I reload this, then that will be available under my subnet related routes. So if you select the created subnet, that is VPC D1A, under route table, you can see that route got added, right? Yeah, from this destination through this target, this subnet will allow the traffic. So like that, you need to allow the traffic to this 1B subnet as well. Now I'm selecting the route table. You can see that route already added to here as well, right? Yeah. So if not, then you are the person need to add that manually with attached route table, right? Yeah. Now from here we need to allow the traffic to this here, right? Yeah, that is from VPC D we need to allow the traffic to this VPC B as well, right? Yeah. So that's why I'm opening VPC B related route tables to allow that traffic from VPC D, and I'm expecting to edit and allow the traffic from VPCD. So that's why I selected this and opened the route table related traffic, whether what traffic it is allowing, and I'm editing the routes and adding the route, and here I'm providing 10.0 10 dot. So what is the IP address of our VPCD? So let's see it from here. This is VPCD. You can see 10.3 it's starting from. So that's why I'm adding 10.3.0.0/16. So from here I want to allow the traffic through this transit gateway from VPCB related transit gateway. VPCB related transit gateway attachment. I'm just clicking on save. So that this got added here. Now I'm just moving back and I'm opening VPCB related availability zone 2 as well, and the route table related to that as well. There I want to attach the route as well. So in order to allow the traffic to that route table, to that route as well, I'm opening this routes and clicking on edit. Currently does not have that route allowed. So it might be possible that your subnets might be connected with the different route tables. During that scenario, you need to allow from both the route tables in order to allow the traffic to both the subnets. I just provided this, and by using transit gateway I'm allowing, so that's why I selected this, allowed this transit gateway and clicked on save. Now you can observe, yeah, this is also provided. So we successfully allowed the traffic from VPC B to our VPC D related these two subnets, right? Yeah. Now, in order to provide connectivity between VPC D and VPC B, we also need to allow these two subnets as well in order to get the traffic from this VPC B. Since where these two VPC D related subnets are available, they are present in same VPC, that is VPC D. So in order to allow the traffic from VPC B, we need to allow the traffic in these route tables as well, VPC D related other two route tables as well. So now I'm opening the route table of or VPC D related AZ1. And here I want to check whether there is a route that allows VPC B related routes. So currently there is no. So I'm just clicking on edit and adding a route from all the servers which are present in my VPC B by providing the CIDR block, and I'm allowing by using the transit gateway, that is VPC D related attachment, clicking on save. Now you can observe that is allowed from here. That is in our AZ1 we just allowed, and let's allow in our AZ2 which is present in our VPC D as well. Now I'm opening my route table, and here also I want to allow the traffic from VPC B through the same transit gateway that we have created. So for that, I selected and clicked on edit routes, and I want to add the route from 10.1.0.0/16. That is a CIDR block address of my VPCB, and I want to allow the traffic through transit gateway. So that's why I'm clicking on save, so that it got. So now we allowed the traffic from VPCB to this subnet as well, right? Yeah. Since we provided the connectivity between our VPC D and VPC B by using transit gateway, now even we edited route table routes as well. That is, we allowed the traffic from B to D and D to B. So we can able to provide the communication between them. In this way, we have created the communication between our VPC B as well as our VPC D. You can see this VPC B is allowing the traffic coming from our VPC D, that is this, through this transit gateway. Now you can open and check with another availability zone as well. So that you need to check. You can see, yeah, our VPC D related traffic is allowing through this transit gateway. Now let's open this VPC D and check whether it allows the traffic from our VPC B. You can see that VPC B related traffic is allowed. So similarly, let's open this and check here. It allows the traffic from VPC B. Yeah, it allowing. And let's open another two as well to check and verify. Yeah, it is allowing the traffic from VPC B. So let's open the last one. So does it allowing the traffic from VPC B? Yeah, it's allowing the traffic from VPCB. Now let's validate this connection, this private connectivity, by connecting to our VPCD server. You can say I'm just clicking on connect, and I'm connecting through my sessions manager. So now we just connecting to our VPCD. So VPCD related server, and I want to ping the server which is present in my VPCB. So I'm writing the ping command here and writing the IP address of one of the server present in VPCB, that is 10.1 I provided, that relates the server present in my VPCB. This is the IP address of the server present in my VPCB. I'm just clicking on enter. You can see I'm getting the responses. That means this server can able to communicate, that is server D can able to communicate with server B. The server D present in VPCD and server B present in VPCB. So in this way you can able to create a transit gateway and create attachments for the transit gateway and allow the traffic in the subnets of your VPCs to provide the communication between multiple VPCs. Now let's say I want to allow the traffic from VPC A as well to these subnets. So how to do that? So simply open the route tables, attach it to your subnets, and just provide the route there and allow that route through the transit gateway connection that you provided. So in order to show you, I'm just clicking on edit. And what is the VPCA related CIDR block address? 10.0.0.0/16. So that I have provided. And since I want to allow through transit gateway, I provided that and I clicked on save. That's it. So similar to that, you can open your VPC subnet 1B as well that you created and open route table as well for that subnet related to that yellow here as well. So like that, you can open each and every VPC related subnets. There you need to allow the traffic which is coming from the another VPC. So if you allow that, then it will allow the traffic from that subnet, then only it can able to communicate with that subnet. So like this you can allow, that's it. So now you can even provide the communication, or you can say this VPCD allows the traffic coming from VPCA. These subnets related servers can allow the traffic from VPCA. If you want to allow these subnets related servers also need to allow the traffic from VPCA, then here also you need to open the route tables and edit it. And if you want to allow the traffic from D to A, then you need to allow the traffic from here. That's it. From these subnets also. That's it. Yeah. So like this, you can able to create this transit gateway and provide the attachments to your VPCs, and you can able to provide the communication between any two VPCs. In this lab, we provided the communication between two VPCs, that is VPC D and VPC B, by allowing the traffic between them in the subnets. In the subnet level as well, we allowed the traffic between them, right? Yeah, and then we connected to our VPC D related instance, that is what server D, we connected to that, and we checked that we can able to ping the VPC-B related server or not by using the private address. You can see after pinging also I got the response. Even you can try it again. Yeah, we are getting the response. I'm just clicking on Control C. Yeah. So this is how you can able to manage the connectivity between multiple VPCs by using a transit gateway other than pairing connection. This transit gateway allows you to reduce the number of connectivities between your VPCs, and even it is less complex in order to manage multiple VPCs compared to pairing connection. If you provide one more VPC here, then it is easy to connect to this transit gateway. Let's say there is no transit gateway, then what happens? We need to provide pairing connection between these two to provide a private network connectivity between these two VPCs. And if you want private connectivity between this and this, then you need to again create a pairing connection between them. If you want this and this private connectivity, then you again need to create a pairing connection between them. So like that, if you have one more VPC, then you need to provide a pairing connection from that VPC to all the available VPCs. Then only it is possible to provide a private connectivity between them. So here, by using a single transit gateway, you avoid those many pairing connections and that much of complexity in order to manage them, to provide the private connectivity among your VPCs. I hope you understood this hands-on lab and you understood the concept of transit gateway, when do we use this, and I hope this video is useful to you. If you feel this video is useful, then please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching again. See you back in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, bye bye.